My name is Ruben Shanda. I work at Kenya Forest Research Institute, commonly known as Kefri, and I'm also a member of Kakamega National Forest Community Conservation Organization based in Kakamega. At Kefri, we build capacities of our farmers and entrepreneurs because the Mondia white-eye is almost extinct, and that's why Kefri came in to train people on how to domesticate on farm. We train farmers on good nursery practices, on how to establish a seed bed, for example, and how to manage that seed bed, and how to transplant the seedlings now after they mature for transplanting to be planted in the fields. Now, in the fields also train farmers on good practices also on the farm. That is farm management, harvesting and post-harvesting handling, and of course value addition. When now they grow and they are mature, after 2.5 years, you start harvesting the seeds, and 3 years you start harvesting the roots. The seeds, when they are harvested now after maturity, 2 kilos cost 6,000 Kenya shillings, because a kilo can actually put up around 3 acres of Mondia. A quarter kilo can plant close to an acre. The one seedling costs 50 shillings. Kakamega National Forest Community Conservation Organization sell this at 50 shillings, one seedling. We train farmers also on how now to process the roots, the fresh roots now, after harvesting. We train them on the removal of the pulp. The pulp is actually, you remove the skin, for lack of a better word, but we call it pulp. And then of course we also train them on how to dry the pulp, because remember, we want to get use of the flavor. It is the flavor the customers are going for. For the farmers who don't have ovens, we train them to dry the pulp under shade, not direct sunlight. For the organized organizations, like we Kefri, we dry them in an oven in under 30 degrees centigrade. The easiest way of drying is under shade, or inside the house. And it attains a moisture content of about 10% dry moisture content. We also train the farmers on how to process now the dry pulp into powder. They can either use a mortar and pestle, that is otherwise known as kino, but for organized groups they can afford a grinder of about 15,000 Kenya shillings, and then they grind the pulp into the powder. We also train them on how to package. 50 grams like this costs 400 Kenya shillings because it's under hard plastic. If it was in a tin, it could be 800 shillings. It has highest concentration of minerals, so that is calcium, there's magnesium, there's potassium, and particularly vitamins. That's the niacin part of vitamin, that's the vitamin B. It's quite a lot. Instead of our ladies going for the soil to get the iron or calcium, we encourage them to eat more Mondia because of the way we do it, the way we produce it in a highly hygienic place. This one you just put in tea, a teaspoon. A teaspoon actually in warm, and the word is warm water, warm milk. You can now sprinkle in kefri, porridge, and you can even lick it directly like you took glucose. It increases milk production in breastfeeding mothers, because we have mothers who don't have milk for their babies. So if they use Mondia, it has the property of increasing breastfeed milk. When you add the Mondia powder to hay or to animal feed, it increases milk production, and even the quality of the milk increases. We train the farmers also on how to process now the powder into wine. And you just take the powder, mix in water. After mixing in water, you filter in 24 hours. After filtration, several filtrations of course, you take some honey and you mix with the flavor. Yeah, now the residue. Then you stir properly, and after a week, after closing properly, yeah, in a warm area, properly, probably in a hot area, after 7 days actually is when now you have to squeeze out the wine. You have to filter the wine out of it. When you turn the bottle like this, there's no sedimentation because of thorough filtration. But a point to note, the source of honey, it has to be the same. Because when you tamper with the sources of honey from different regions, you also tamper with the texture of the wine and also the color of the wine, perhaps even the concentration of the wine. Yeah. So you have, as much as you are putting up these products, you also encourage farmers to put up the bees, the beehives, yeah, so that the source of nectar is from the same source. Yeah, not to compromise the quality of the wine. Because we are adding value on this Mondia product, now the wine becomes 1,000 shillings because of our cost of production. Yeah, because it takes about 650 shillings to produce a bottle of wine, and it is medicinal.
Yes,
and it is everything, and of course 11% alcohol content you will be consuming. We want to realize multiplier effect. When you train you train 2 people, those people train the other 2, then we shall be training the whole community.
True.
And we shall be saving our forests.
Yeah.
And we shall be mitigating our climate change.
Yes.
Yes.